Okay, most of you guys don't have a wheel bearing packer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to repack a wheel bearing manually. Just one thought though, if you need a race installer, you could probably pick one up on Amazon or at any hardware or automotive store, and they're pretty cheap. You probably get a whole set for like 60 bucks, but I mean, how many times are you going to use it? So you gotta really think about that. Okay, so this is great. I love this. This is the best way to repack a wheel bearing. Basically, you take some wheel bearing grease like that on your hand, and you see that little gap in the back side of the bearing right there, right around the edge. You basically taking that and you're kind of scooping that grease in there, and you're twisting the wheel bearing, or see, you're scooping the grease up into there, and you want to watch it come out the top side of the bearing, and that's when you know the bearing's packed, when the grease starts to come out the top half of the bearing. See, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but right along the edge, you see it's coming out that gap. It's coming out in like little loops. That's when you know your bearing's fully packed. Okay, so you just keep going around and you keep filling that gap. You have to keep taking this. Oh, it's a great job. It's a very clean job, I would love to do this every day. Glad I don't have to. I do have a wheel bearing packer. I just don't have it here with me. So what a great opportunity to show you guys. And basically I'm just, scraping the grease off my hand with that little lip and just getting it to come up through that gap. Okay. Just keep going until it's totally full and the grease is totally coming out everywhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, I have grease all the way around. I know it's hard to see, but I have grease all the way around now. So that's it. You put it in there. Don't forget to fill your center of your hub up with a little bit of extra grease, so that the bearings can draw it out when they're running low on grease. Just put it right in between the two bearings, in that little space in there. I mean, don't pack it crazy, but give it some grease. And one other thing, don't forget to put your new seal on, because that was the reason why the bearing failed to begin with. So don't forget to put that in as well. And you can install that with a socket, just like I showed you with the bearings. Okay, if you have a socket that fits, you want it to fit around the outside edge here. This one obviously is a little bit too small, but basically you just tap it in, or you can just tap it in with your hammer around the edge, being very careful not to damage the seal area. So when you're installing the seal, the last step after you get your inside bearing put in, you just basically put it on top, make sure it's level, and tap the edges until it goes and it sits flush. There. See? Sits flush and you're good to go. Cup is always inward on the seal. Alright? I hope this helps you guys. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment box below, and I'll answer them the best to my ability. Take it easy.